Well, sex is our basic energy, our foundation energy, and we tend to, in our minds, divide energy up in different, levels, but actually life energy is sexual energy. And so when we begin to shine the light on sex and how we have it, this has a real impact on the whole system and how we view life and move through life. And the fact is that, we all unconsciously receive impressions on how sex should be, and we kind of follow those. It's not actually necessarily the truth of the body. So the whole tantric approach is to come back to the body, and I maintain that every single body is born tantric. And Tantra means capacity to expand energy. And every single human body has that capacity because we have an inner design, which is, not unlike a magnet. And so each individual has this potential. And it's more that we've moved away from this naturalness and this nature. And we have been given a lot of what we can call sexual conditioning, unconscious impressions, which then impact us and encourage us or force us in a way to behave in certain ways. So essentially what we can say is that conventional sex, as we call it, it's a learned behavior. It's not really what nature gave us. So Tantra is an attempt or an effort or a wish to become more aligned with the nature because, for instance, porn is very prevalent, has been for a long time, but, clearly with internet and everything, it's escalating. And sexual fantasy has become like the fuel for sex. It's what turns people on. It's what keeps people going. But actually, when you really look at it, it's the mind forcing the body in a certain direction. It's not the body saying, hey, this is what I want. And in fact, a lot of people, well, and I speak for women now, and I'm sure for a certain percentage of men, that sex in the conventional way is sometimes not very comfortable. Women have a lot of pain in sex. Women often go over their own boundaries, but they would like to have more time to warm up. But we tend to go more at the speed of man. And, man has a fundamental fear of losing erection. So this also, as soon as man is erect and excited, he wants to enter women. So there's a lot of insecurities and guesswork and having expectations of how sex should be. So we've lost that real, actually innocence is the word. We've lost that innocence. And the beauty is it is an innocence that can be regained. When we start to, come more into our bodies just as normal, natural body beings, we become more innocent and sweet. And so it's really like unlearning what we have unconsciously learned. And it's so fascinating, honestly. I mean, I never knew that I would be sitting here heavens, 40 years later from when I first started. And yeah, it's just like a life journey and like little puzzle pieces start to come together. And I've heard so often from participants in my live retreats, when we look at sex really from a authentic and grounded and embracing way or relaxed way, let's say, different puzzle pieces start to just fit. Oh, now I understand this. Now I understand this. And because sex, as vital as it is for most individuals, it's pretty mysterious. We don't really know, we just like guessing and hoping for the best a lot of the time. And but when we have constructive information or grounded approach to the body, very different kind of sexuality or sex or sexual exchange starts to emerge. And it's really just like how to say normal. It's bringing sex or Tantra down from the realms of this exotic and mysterious, into practical daily life. And like I said, it's like a full circle because that is who we are. Tantra is not something we choose, it's something we are. But unconsciously, choices have been made for us that move us away from this beautiful body, which has such an intelligence. And it's not to say that our mind is lesser, but the fact is we don't know our bodies. We don't trust our bodies. We tend to be much more in thought and analysis and so on. So it's like, how to come back into the here now. The body is the bridge to our reality. So that's my speech for today.